What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 Clay workflows that helped us book over 1,000 qualified sales calls for our clients in the past year. Now, this video is specifically for people who maybe don't know how to use Clay. They've heard of it, but it's a little bit intimidating. And of course, it does have a bit of a learning curve. So if you're trying to get started and consistently use it to make better outreach campaigns, this video is specifically for you. Like I said, I'm going to be giving you the entire workflow. You can literally copy and paste it into your Clay account and easily use it for your next outreach campaign. Now, for those of you who don't know what Clay.com is basically a glorified Google Sheet, right? There's over 75 different integrations that you can use, everything from different softwares, directories, databases, anything you can think of in the world of outbound. And it takes it all together, and it has the power of making a boring lead list something that's really personalized and relevant to the prospect. And that's really what the power of Clay is. Now, before we get into the 7 Clay workflows that booked us over 1,000 qualified sales calls within the past year, I want to tell you about Outreach 101. For $1 a day, you can learn everything that we've learned in the past year and a half doing cold email for every single day. It includes over 56 modules of exclusive cold email content. It's over 13 hours total. There's an active community of over 100 people. There's unlimited store leads access, 2 weekly coaching calls, real-time industry insights on deliverability, tech discounts, new strategies, everything like that. There's going to be product hunt scraping soon, pre-built outreach campaigns that you can literally plug into your account and use on day one, copy and paste frameworks, and much, much more, all for the simple price of $1 a day or $29 a month. If you are interested in that, there's going to be a link below. You can join. It's very easy. It's a very valuable group, and I hope to see you inside. So we're going to start off with product name scraping, right? So this basically allows you to go onto any e-commerce type of website and get the exact name of their products, right? Or at least one of them so they can mention it in their email copy. So first, let me start off with what the goal is of what the sentence is going to look like. So an example sentence would be, Bob, does Element Brooklyn, the company name, have a specific UGC ad creative process for products like the Mandarin Crush soap, right? And here you can see the 2 different enrichments they have to run in order to get the final result, which is in this column, right? So for example, Lay Right Pomade, Invisible Tape-ins, Mind and Body Wash, Glow Facial, all these different specific product names that are on their website. So it's a pretty simple enrichment. There's 2 enrichments. The first one is using Clayagent, right, which is one of the enrichments, and you find the raw product name. So it's going to have their, for example, like 64 ounce or the color or something like that, and it's not going to sound natural. So first step is getting that. So this is the prompt. So you could just copy and paste that into the prompt, and it's going to get that product name. So go onto this website, and then you input the variable for their website and find one of the most popular products. Return only the full name of the product, right? So that's the first one. And that's that's over here, and that's going to give you this. That's the result. Now, the next one is the second enrichment, which is normalizing that product name, which is basically just making it more conversational. So the prompt for that is input here. The input here is the raw name of the product, and then this is the variable. I need you to change it into a normalized name that can be used normally in a sentence. The output should be between 1 to 4 words and fully lowercase, right? And that's what's going to give you this. So basically, this is how you get the product name from the e-commerce website. There's 2 enrichments. You can change up the prompts if you want, but this is what we use. This is what gets, pretty good results like this. And this is an example sentence. So let's move on to the next one, which is normalized company names and job titles. So there is 1 enrichment for this, right? So here's an example sentence, and it's going to say something like this. Since you're the digital creative director at Moroccan Oil, which is the company name, I'm assuming you know that selling hair care products without a proper ad creative testing system is out of the question these days, right? So this is just an opening line, and what you want to have is the normalized company name, right? And then the job titles. And the way that you do that for the company name is there's a pre-built prompt. So you just you type in enrichments, and in enrichment, you just type in normalized company name, and it'll show up there. So that's a very easy one. You don't need to input a prompt. It's very good. The next one is the job title enrichment, for which you need to use AI. That's what the enrichment is called. And this is the prompt, right? I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you could just copy and paste it, and that's going to give you For example, the digital creative director, right? Or founder or whatever it may be, right? So that's that. So this is a very strong one as well because you can basically speak directly to that job title. And obviously you want to have always, for any type of campaign, a normalized company name, right? So let's go move on to the next one. Number 3, find the ICP of lead, right? So company has some sort of ideal client profile. For example, for Infinite Bookings, we're trying to get in touch with business development directors at B2B companies, right? For example, it could be more specific than that. It could be a little less specific, but basically what you want to do here, you're just going to want to run one enrichment with Clayagent, right? Which is a type of enrichment where you use AI. And this is the prompt, right? So it's a bit longer because there is a little bit more stuff going on. It needs to think a little more. And here's the result, right? So you can do stuff like this where you have like project managers at medium to small size tech companies, marketing directors at associations, founders at high growth e-commerce brands. And with this, you can say stuff like, hey, can I build you a lead list of project managers at medium to small size tech companies? Or can I build you a lead list of how you can target account executives at growing tech startups? And it's going to be much more personalized and relevant than the alternative of saying, hey, can I show you how you can build a lead list of decision makers at your ideal client profiles, right? Or at your ideal client companies, right? So it's going to make it a lot more relevant, and it's going to make it a lot more personalized for the people. All right, so let's move on to the next one. This is also just a single prompt. So number 4 is identifying the niche of the e-commerce brand. So this is also a single enrichment workflow. So you're going to be using Clayagent again. As you'll notice, a lot of them do use Clayagent because Clayagent's the web scraping AI enrichment that you have. So what I recommend you do is just put your own OpenAPI key into the enrichment, and then you're going to just pay the API, OpenAPI or OpenAI, so it'll come out a lot cheaper. And for the prompt, it's very simple. I need you to go into this company name and analyze what type of products they sell. And this is going to allow you to say a sentence like this. This TikTok shop system has been working especially well for hair restoration. For hair restoration products, something we've seen while working with brands like Hims and Nutrafol, right? So this, instead of saying, hey, it's been working especially well for e-commerce products, you can say for hair restoration products, right? And even though it's just a 2-word difference, it makes all the difference when someone's reading it, right? Next one is number 5, and this is a very, very simple one. This isn't one that you're going to use within the cold email copy. It's more for relevance checking, and that's basically what it means, right? You check if it's actually relevant to send to these people, and you basically filter. So if you're trying to target B2C companies, then you only target B2C companies, right? If you're trying to target B2B companies, then you can specifically target those types of companies. So this, once again, is just a single enrichment workflow with Clayagent. This is the prompt. You just copy and paste it. This is just a note, so don't include this. And like I said before, you're not going to say, hey, I saw you were a B2B company, right? That's just a very odd thing to say. It's more for you being able to check whether or not they are B2B or B2C. Okay. Number 6 is mobile phone number enrichment, right? So this is more if you're trying to warm call these leads or if you're trying to cold call people. It's basically taking the LinkedIn profiles of the leads that you have and turning those into mobile phone numbers. These are probably the best mobile phone numbers that you can get from these, just because there's so many different sources. There's even more than this. I think there's like over 10. So you just go to the waterfall enrichment feature. You just type in mobile phone number and it'll show up in the enrichment section. Like I said, there's probably over 10 mobile phone number providers that you can choose from, but some of them are a lot more expensive. These are like 2 credits. This one I think is like 6, and they're all in between there. So it makes a lot more sense to just do it this way. But if you see that you're just not getting this amount of mobile phone numbers, then you can add more providers. So that's that. So let's move on to the next one. And then if you identify the type of SaaS product, right? So this is also another single stage enrichment workflow, and you're just going to be using Clayagent, right? So for example, if you're reaching out to SaaS companies, right, you want to be able to identify what type of SaaS company they are. So whether they're a landing page builder, email newsletter, data warehouse, demo automation software, you want to be able to identify all of that. And you could do this with a simple prompt. It's 2 sentences or 3. And here's an example script of what you can do. Hey, John, if I could show you a way to get your A/B testing solution, this is the variable, right, in front of thousands of sales operations managers at technology companies every day using cold email outreach, would you be interested in a quick chat? Now, this script has worked extremely well for us, and one of the biggest parts of it is this, right? This variable. So it's a very simple script, especially if you're reaching out to SaaS companies. You can kind of spin it also for like agencies, for any type of company in reality, and just use it that way. So that's the 7th and final enrichment that we have. If you did get to this part, thanks for watching. Once again, if you want to learn cold outreach for $1 a day, there's going to be a link below to join Outreach 101. There's a lot of benefits in there. If you are interested in done-for-you cold email services, book a call with Infinite Bookings. That's my cold email agency where we build this out all for you, set up the infrastructure, write the scripts, build out the lead list, and manage the inbox, and you literally just show up to the booked sales call. Or if you want, there's a limited time offer. Normally these are $175, but right now I'm doing a $13 cold email consulting call for 30 minutes, just to talk to more business owners and help you guys out with your cold email. So those are 3 things you can do after watching this call. Once again, I hope you found this useful. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, follow me on socials, and I'll see you in the next video.